You are far from home, goddess. I am here to bring your end, and all what you so fondly call life. The Lord of Decay, abomination of the living, has failed on its purpose to corrupt my realm with his pestilence living embrace. Boldly you go to face my minions, yet you have much to fear, for I am the true and rightful ruler of all. You cannot understand my origins, my motives. The dawning realization of my legions are not fallen. We are ascendant.
Right guys, welcome back to the channel and to this 4,000 point Age of Sigmar narrative game of Sylvaneth versus Death. Alariel herself has come into the realm of Shaiish to deal with Nagash, or at least hopefully deal with it. Today's game is going to be filmed at Battle Bunker. This is the mega board in the centre of the room, so please excuse the noise. There's lots of people here having fun today. And of course, this board is available to book. It is 8 foot by 6 foot, and Justin has very kindly painted up a War Scryer Citadel just for today's game. Hang on. Phil! What are these? So there's some dwarfs clearly overseeing the action stuck in the top of there, and today we are using the open war cards. Let's have a quick look through the armies and then we'll come back after that. So here we go guys, this is 4,000 points of Sylvaneth with some Stormcast allies. So we're running the typical Nile route, and Luke and Sam just asked me and Lucy if we've got Drycha, and we said we don't have her in the list, and they sighed a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
I think we maybe should have put her in, but never mind. So
when you see that armies, you'll understand why.
yeah, so we thought we've gone, you know, reasonably hardy. We've got 60 Dryads, 10 Tree Revenants, 2 Tree Lord Ancients, of course, in a Gnarl route with 2 Branch Witches here and here. So the Tree Lord Ancient here is going to be the General. He's took Gnarled Warrior and the Briar Sheath for -1 to hit and ignore -1 rend. He's took the Reaping. The other Tree Lord Ancient has took the Oaken Armor, so he's on a 2-up. And he's took the artifact for the Oaken Armor, yeah, +1 to his armor save. The General is going to be the one that is in the household, so no retreating from him. And this guy is spell-wise the Dwellers Below. Both Branch Witches are taking Regrowth, but this one has Ranu's Lamentary, and of course will be summoning a Balewind. Of course we've got Durthu, and like the amazing person I am, I forgot to pick up the Lawmaster, so that Branch Wraith that you see is actually some deformed version of a Lawmaster.
Yep.
And of course,
you can take a Lawmaster in the
Gnarl route without breaking allegiance.
Yes, so guess who's getting his spell?
Especially after his last performance, Lucy, yeah?
That's 2 performances.
Yep. And then of course the Ever Queen herself.
We've given her, we can't say where it says you can't give them a Deepwood spell. So I know she can only cost 3, so she's got her own 3, and then we gave her Tree Song as well.
Because why not? We've got 3 trees to put down before the deployment, and then we're going to try and scavenge more trees from Justin to summon. We've then got a unit of 10 Retributors, because why not?
With 4 Star Soulmasters.
Yep. We've got 1 unit of Long Strikes. We wanted 2, but we wanted Heralder in, and we only had 800 points to play with for allies. So of course we've gone for Heralder, which would be very handy against something like that.
Yep.
Okay, so this is just a sample because there's lots and lots over to Harry's left, but this is generally what I'm taking. So we've got the Corpse card here, which is going to buff regen and basically hand back and do nothing all game. We're going to take 10 Black Knights. We've got 2 Necromancers, 1 either side, 2 White Kings, 1 mounted, 1 on foot. Here's 10 Skellies, but I've actually got 60, which will be coming out today. Same with the zombies, there's 10 of those, but again we're running 60 of those.
So 60 including these 10 here?
No,
Or 70 altogether?
60 in total.
Right.
So that's a representative 10. And then we're going to be running 20 Grave Guards as one big block with the big stabby weapon.
I don't like them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
No.
Harry, they're going to be hitting on 3, re-rolling 1s, -1 rend, potential 2 damage each.
Oh, -1 rend, you say?
Yeah.
I ignore -1 rend on something, and then you can't retreat if we get it in the right position.
But that's half our army, obviously.
But what about spells and stuff? Because everything's...
Spells? Oh, yeah, of course.
You want to do mine as well, Luke? Because I don't know.
Yeah. So when it comes to spells, we've got 2 spellcasters here. One, we'll say this guy's taking Overwhelming Dread, which is -1 to the hit roll and -1 to bravery. And this chap here is going to take Soul Harvest, which is D3 mortal wounds to anything within 3 inches of him, and then with the potential for him to take those wounds back as health. But that's irrelevant because the big guy over there...
This is Sam's very beautifully painted Death Lord's army.
Sam's big guy will be using most of our spells. He's obviously got the big guy, there's Nagash with his right-hand man, his little whipping boy, Arkin there.
He's whipping boy.
He's whipping boy.
It's like Phil. Phil's my whipping boy.
This is altar boy.
And then basically just Hods and Morghasts. We're going to be running Grand Host and Nagash, which gives you a +1 attack for all Morghasts. So you'll be getting... Is it 6 with the Harbingers?
Yeah, 6
and
of them
4,
for each, and that's a 1 unit of 4. That
1
is.
unit of 4.
How many wounds each have they got?
So that's 24 attacks going from one set.
How many wounds have they got?
6 apiece.
6 apiece. And then 2 units of 2 Archai, and they'll be getting 4 attacks each now.
Yeah.
Because of that.
3 damage apiece.
Grand Host and Nagash.
Yeah, man.
Actually, on that note, because we're Grand Host and Nagash, we're going to be taking the Terrorgeist Mantle, and we're taking the Time Glass as well, artifacts. They're going to be on the Necros. But spells, so we have... everything. Arkin will be taking Prisoner Grief, which potentially makes a unit immobile. And Nagash will be taking the Orb, which is Crazy Mortal Wounds. Soul Pike, which basically means if an opposing model or unit charges, it's a potential that will cause mortal wounds to itself. And Vile Transference, which is another way for him to heal himself up as well.
Which in addition, you've also got 4 gravesites, and you've just told me what gravesites do.
Gravesites, each one, potentially, so all of the summonable units underground, if a hero comes within 9 inches, he can summon up a unit of summonable units, wholly within 9 inches of that. Now, that summonable unit, if it's within 9 inches of a gravesite, each gravesite can give it D3 every hero turn. So that's D3 healing. So potentially, because we've got 4 gravesites, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're talking 10 D3 regeneration potentially on 1 unit each turn.
So kill the wizards.
Kill the heroes. Kill the heroes.
And on a 9, on a natural cast of a 9, your spell goes off twice.
Yeah, from the laws.
Is that everybody?
So that's everybody, but it has to be one of these spells. Has to be one of those. It can't be one of the ones on the War Scrolls or Arcane Bolt or Mystic Shield. Only those ones.
Right, well, let's get set up and see how the forces of, I was going to say Slanesh, of Sylvaneth do against the legions of Nagash.
Alright, so here's my points for the day. It's 300 points. I've got 10 Longbeards and a cannon and crew. And that's it. Damn right, Jacob.
Yeah.
All the single ladies.
All the single ladies. This just feels like the jokes everywhere.
Okay, so the open war cards deployment, as you can see here, we won the roll-off and chose Territory A. And the mission is the Comet. So at the beginning of Battle Round 3, before you roll off for priority, the Comet comes down, obviously appropriate to the dice roll. And Blessed Healing, 1 unit heals D3 wounds per turn. Let's have a look at deployment. Okay, so Sam has very kindly brought all of this Morghast. Not nice, I don't like them. So of course me and Lucy are teamed up against Sam and Luke. And this is going to be tasty. There's 40 zombies as a meat shield. And they've put 4 grave sites. 1, 2, 3. The 4th one is right in here. We, of course, did put the wood down right in the centre before we decided on sides. And we've basically chucked everything straight in the middle. We've got the Revenants and the Dryads all in reserve. And gentlemen, because we finished deploying first, there's no roll off like 40k. We just get to go first.
Yeah, that sucks.
So right, let's see if you would steal the initiative. Do you roll a 6? Go on.
Yeah.
Sam rolls a 3. So, me and Lucy, hero phase.
Turn 1.
For the realm of life, not death. Turn 1. Right, so here we go, hero phase. This guy used his reroll saves of 1. Of course, that is going to pass out from the Kurnoth Hunters as well. Hero phase, we did summon the Balewind, and she managed to get Arcane Bowl off on the Necromancer down there with a lovely artifact, which is an hourglass, which basically Luke's going to pick her because he wants rid of her. So, yeah.
The first hero phase D3.
It does D3 mortal wounds, and then on a 4+ each hero phase after that, it does another 1.
Yeah.
So that's not bad at all. The rest of the hero phase, Heralder made them run and charge, but obviously there's nothing else to charge. Do we have any other spells? He's re-rolling hits and wounds, Deathu, and I think that was it.
You know, Mystic Shield, the Retributors.
Yep, just so that they've got a little bit more resilience until they get where they need to go. And we've popped both the Dryads up 9 inches away from the zombies. I don't think we want to charge though, do we? We'd rather stay in the trees for extra to hits, minus debuffs against them, and then of course better saves. So it's on to shooting. Do you want to do these 3 on camera, Lucy? So guys, these 3 are going to go for that wounded Necromancer. Any 6s to hit do 2 mortal wounds.
Right, okay, so we're not looking for 6s.
We're looking for 3. Yahtzee, come on. 2 hits, 3s to wound, 1 at -2. I'm guessing you're going to kill 2 zombies.
Straight to deathless.
Right. It's 2 damage, Luke.
Alright, so there's the other damage. So then 2 to transfer over to the zombies, yeah?
So 4+ to pass it to zombies. Passes them both to zombies.
Deathless. 2 zombies drop.
I think if it's only a 4+ to pass it off, I think we're probably going to shoot everything else at him. So we just shot with the Tree Lord. He can only reach the zombies. We killed 2 zombies.
Yep.
2, and then Alariel has just shot the Spear of Kurnoth straight at the Necromancer, right through his non-beating heart, and did 6 whopping damage, and Luke only managed to pass 4 of them off to the zombies. And of course, that meant that Necromancer was killed, which means that at least this branch witch might be safe for a turn or 2 longer. So we've still got the Kurnoth Hunters, and we've still got this Tree Lord and Deathu to shoot as well. So I think after what's just happened to the zombies, Lucy is now in love again with Deathu.
Yeah.
Only because of the Lawmaster though. So he got 8 shots, 6 shots?
He did, because he had 6. Vernon blasted himself, so took D3 mortal wounds for an extra 2 attacks.
Yep.
I rolled a 2 for the mortal wounds.
Yep.
Do you want me to use all my
because the Lawmaster, everything but 1 hit,
Well, yeah,
Yep.
we'll do it one step
everything
at a
wounds,
time.
so 7 wounds, D3 each.
17, 15? 15 damage, I think. And Luke passed 2 deathless minions. And then they've just rolled the battle shock. You guys were bravery 11 because we killed 21.
Yeah, so we have 19 left. No.
Yeah, we killed 21, so you'd have 19 left. So they were bravery 11, and Luke rolled a 6. So that meant that you lost 16 more.
Yeah, that's cool, yeah.
So hang on, how many have we killed? What?
It wasn't right, but it's fine.
Okay, so a slight correction to everything that's just happened there. There should have been 60 zombies out, but Luke only put 50 out. So there was actually a unit of 60. Lost 21, meant you were bravery 13.
Yeah. 39 models left.
Losing 8 plus D6, plus that meant that you lost 14 more, which drops 39 down to 25 zombies remaining.
Yeah, that's what we've got.
So,
We got that.
that wasn't a bad round for the Realm of Life.
Yeah.
For the forces of Alariel. I think her shooting that Necromancer down with the Spear of Kurnoth was absolute key.
The biggest beef with that was losing that Necromancer. The zombies, I'm not bothered by that. That Necromancer dropping, that's a spell down, it's an artifact down. That was a big
It is.
hit. Big
It is. And
The supplies we took
the black
first
pyramid
turn,
of Nagash?
So start of their hero phase, Nagash has used his command ability to not take morale and reroll ones for everything nearly. And then Luke has very kindly brought back 16 zombies.
Yeah. So
And now they're not running.
they're 41 and there's no battle shock in the future.
And conveniently,
This gravesite, that White King, that Necromancer, that White King, Nagash and Archon all brought all of that back.
yeah, conveniently as well, Archon? Nagash is that far away from our branch witch on Balewind being able to deny. So Sam's already killed a couple of them. 3, I think.
I'm going to kill the lot now.
Yeah, I didn't realise that this guy was within it. And he's going to do Curse of Years. So what's the casting value normally?
It's auto go off though, because +4, can't fail on 2 dice.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
So he's a natural plus
Curse of
3.
Years is cast
On a
6?
Yeah, it does.
I thought it was
Oh my
lower as well.
god.
Casting value of A6.
It is. So how many dice do you roll?
10 dice. In
10 dice. For each 6 you do a mortal wound. And then you re-roll them. For each 5 you do a mortal wound. And I'm recording this because if Sam gets down to a 1, the unit's gone.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Right. 6s.
You ready? How many's in that unit? 40 in there.
There was 30, there's now 27.
So this could be 27 off the board in a one.
How are we then? 6s. 1. Now he needs a 5 on that 1.
I've done it this way though, Sam. I've done it like that.
1.
And it stops. Thank God. So, movement phase, not much. Basically, everything is shuffled forward. The Morghasts have come this way. They've got Mystic Shield on them. And Luke's put... Is this actually 40?
Looks it.
So, 40 skellies. Don't they have to be 9 inches away from them?
Oh shit, yeah, I know.
Oh, that... Oh, oh.
Talking about up to him.
He's just done laser eyes or...
No, Terrorgeist Mantle.
Right, and killed 2 dryads. So we've lost a grand total of 7 dryads. So we're losing 1 plus... No, we're not.
There you are, Harry.
No. No, we won't, because we're bravery 12. 8. Bravery 8. So we're not losing any yet until the zombies charge in. So who's charging first?
Are you bravery 12?
We're not 12. 8. 6 plus 2. So who's charging?
Sam? It's your Harbingers, isn't it? Yeah. Are you
What?
thinking about it?
These. Right? How far do they charge?
3d6.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, that's horrible, Sam. We've done nothing to you. Do you want to roll that charge
Do
distance?
you know when you go through the... is it even if it... Do you have to go through it, or just up to it, or near it? Or,
If you go through the woods,
so if I went up to there, I wouldn't be going through it, would I?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, but you don't suffer on the piling. You only suffer on the charge.
Oh, she's waiting for me to...
3d6 charge.
I'll make my mind up afterwards, I think.
8. So combat phase, they killed 4 dryads. 4 dryads, and then we were -1 bravery because of the Morghasts. We lost 11 altogether, or 12. So we lost another 5 or 6 more thanks to bravery. And that was it. That is all they decided to do, was just charge there. They conveniently kept away from the Retributors. But if we get this priority turn here, Lucy, this is going to be absolute key. We need to go first here. Luke, do you want to roll your dice? Oh, he gets a 5. Come on, Lucy. No. So I'm guessing you are going first.
On a 5-0, because a Grand Host, we heal D for it. Doesn't happen. This grave site on a heals D3, so the heals 3.
Right, so that gets them 3 back. Do you want to total all this up and then we'll add the models after? So that's 3.
So that's 3. This grave site.
Heals 2, that's 5.
This White King.
That's 7.
This White King on that.
9.
Archon. On the zombies.
Yeah, zombies. 3.
14.
Nagash.
You can do 5, can't you?
Yeah, but it has to be separate.
Oh, fair enough. Can I not heal them back up then?
No,
I'll do a spell. 2.
So that's 17.
7, that's the whole unit back then.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god,
Lu-
this is the last time I played Death now.
Lucy, we need a double turn now. Okay, so lots and lots of spells went off. We tried to deny a few things. Sam got Curse of Years off on these and did 1 wound again. Lots of other stuff. We didn't really stop anything. The skeletons have got Dance Macabre on them, so they're going to be fighting twice.
Soul Pike on them. Yeah.
Yeah, Soul Pike on them, so if they charge, there's potential of losing some models there. The Morghast retreated because Sam's a pussy. And Nagash has moved over here. These guys have all pushed round, and from various bits of shooting and damage output, the Dryads have lost another 4 or 5 models. And that's it. So over to... Oh, and Luke summoned them.
Yeah.
So, over to charges. The zombies have just... What did you roll for your charge?
7.
So are they going for the Dryads?
Yeah, and whatever they inside, we have to roll.
Yeah, however many end up going through there, you have to roll that many ones, and the models are slain.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come back after combats. So we're in the middle of the combat phase. The Graveguard killed a grand total of 4 Dryads, despite Sam rolling 8 6s to wound. Luke's skeletons did 4 wounds to the Retributors, and 3 Dryads there managed to kill 1 more skeleton, knocking 25 attacks off Luke's skellies. Yep. So we managed to chip away at them ever so slightly. So Luke's just going back with the skellies now with less attacks. And then we've still got these Dryads to go back with Lucy. And then they've got the zombies to probably wipe out the Dryads. Let's see what happens at the end of the turn. Okay, so 3 or 4 more, no, 5 died to all the hordes of attacks from the zombies, and because we lost some in the hero phase, it meant unfortunately we couldn't pass the battle shock test. These guys passed, however, we only lost 4 altogether. Not bad at all, and we even passed with the Retributors as well. So, not bad, not bad. I do have 2 plans though, Lucy, before going into the hero phase. But first of all, 1 model heals D3, so of course we're going to put that on Dirthu. That's not what I wanted, but it's fine. We can live with it, we can live with it. So, let's move on. Right, so, hero phase, of course, he's used his command ability again, and he's moved up behind these guys. Dirthu is going to maybe, hopefully, do something. Maybe. But we've got enough in range that we can start and plug away, I reckon. We've got enough shots from all of these guys. Of course, we've got Hurl there. But over here, these guys have retreated and can run and still charge, of course, against them. And Alariel's there as well. She's got the Spear of Kurnoth. She's not going to be able to shoot Nagash down, but I reckon we might do some damage. Is it worth having a go, Aaron, do you reckon, Lucy?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So, not a bad turn for the forces of life. We've not done bad. Dirthu got 2 wounds through and killed, what, 10 zombies?
Yeah, something like that.
Tree Lord Ancient killed 6, 7 or something on there because he got 6 on the Tendril Staff. These guys, beasts, almost killed 2 Morghasts outright. Sam, how do you feel about that?
That's what happens.
And the Graveguard, I failed 3 saves with the double damage and 2 others, which meant I'd lost 8, and I've rolled a 2 for Battle Shock, which meant I lost 3 more. Now, as it stands, the comet is now going to come down. So, gentlemen, just so we know, 1, 2. I know, but it depends on where you look at the table, Phil.
Yeah, and you look like that.
But we deployed like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we roll it.
1,
Yeah.
2,
I'm going to take the
4,
top
5,
of
6.
Nagash's pyramid.
Black pyramid.
Oh, the one!
Oh, yes!
It's over there!
Yes! Now, who gets turn 3 is the question.
Oh my god.
Who gets it? Lucy, come on, roll big, roll big, roll big. Oh, she gets a 1!
Anything but a 1.
Oh, no!
Right,
Oh,
I'll do
look
all
at
the healing. I'll do all the healing. He gets the heal D.
So, Luke,
Yeah,
what healed and what happened?
everything healed.
So that's back up to full strength?
No, that's now missing 9 models. This is now missing 10. It's back to 3 attacks per model.
Oh,
now because
no.
of that. And the Graveguard is back to full force. Essentially, this graveyard went mental on those and those. That graveyard over there went mental on those and those. That gravesite went mental on those and those. That gravesite's out of range of most things. The White King healed. The White Team healed, Nagash healed, and Arkin healed. Regeneration everywhere. Hordes are insane.
Right, but spells.
Spells is curse of years on this big girl.
Sam, don't do it. Yeah, curse of years.
Chance to de-spell us, aren't you? Is she within range?
She's within range. And a lariat, well, it depends on what you roll.
So it's plus 3?
No, plus 2.
Plus 2.
No corpse cart. They killed it.
Ah, well done, Lucy.
Plus 2 to cast then. I need a high spell here. And it's cast on a 6, isn't it? Oh, there you go.
Oh, 12. Lucy, curse of years on a lariat. She can. She's a plus 2. Lucy would have to physically... Hang on. You have to physically roll an 11. No. So
Years goes off.
don't kill her.
Third time's the charm.
Don't kill her. You don't want to do this, Sam.
6, 8, 10.
You roll 10 dice every time. Is it a set 10?
Yeah, it's a set 10, and you go 6, 5, 4, 3. And they did fact it to say that if you do get down to a 1...
Apparently it's 33%. So I've had me 33% of shit. This has got to be it now. When it comes up, it's so good, isn't it? 6s, looking for the 6s. Nice and hot, nice and hot.
Oh, that's 3! So that's 3 wounds on the lariat, Lucy. Now he needs 5s.
Go on, Sam.
Yeah! Oh, that's 1! That's 4 wounds on her. He needs a 4.
Big 4, big 4.
Oh, 3.
3s.
Yes! So close. So I was, hang on, that was 3, 1, 1.
Yeah,
so she's took 5 wounds. So close to killing her.
Oh, what a shame.
So there was a whole host of spells and some movement and some shooting. Lots of regeneration. Luke's pushed the Black Knights.
Yeah, the Black Knights. The meteor came down over yonder, so the Black Knights saw an opening. Proper cinematic. They're going for it. They're going for the charge. Rolled a big 6 as well. 18 inches they could move.
Yeah, and Derthu's lost 5 of his 12 wounds. And that is pretty much it. These guys have... Well, he's run away because he's a pussy.
Coward.
Yeah, he's not
Coward!
We summoned our last units, so 2 units of 10 skellies.
And that's it.
Just got them on the board. And now it's just a big, massive mess in the middle of the
Now it's a case of can you push through the trees, literally. Right, so combat. Right, so combat's not bad. The Lawmaster did a single wound to Nagash. 1 wound. But it's 1 wound less that we'll have to do. Do you know? Yeah, but we're going next, and if we get a double turn, I reckon we can kill him here. We could do. Derthu's on 2 wounds though. The zombie's gone at him. Over here, the Retributors managed to smash apart another Morghast. Alariel's probably going to have to jump back to stop all of these guys from going forward. Can we do enough damage to Nagash though? That is the question.
Why don't you come in 3 inches and get hand dusted?
Well, had you not killed the Lawmaster, then I would have. So, yeah, we've just literally lost the rest of these Dryads to Battle Shock, unfortunately. So, we're going into Sylvaneth turn 3. It's been a problem, but we've got to keep pushing and see if we can stop the Horde advancing. Right, so Nagash is a beast. This guy got Arcane Bolt off on Nagash and Sam saved it with his Forp. There was a
6 earlier.
Yeah, double 6 as well, because Unleashed Spites did loads and loads of damage. Alariel got Metamorphosis off on him, but then Sam passed Deathless Minion. She tried to cast Tree Song to move that back to the objective. The trees did pop a couple of times, so obviously these guys have took wounds. Nearly killed this guy. Yeah, there's been... we tried to get regrowth on Derthu, which we didn't get. Alariel's healed herself. Derthu healed because of the game that we're playing, and then there was something else. Alariel's actual ability healed him. So loads and loads of stuff.
Loads of spells he decast because Nagash is on +3.
Yeah, so...
He dispelled pretty much everything.
But the important thing is we were casting, and even if we cast, Lucy can still make the trees pop.
And they did.
And they did a couple of times, so it did help. Now it's movement though. Let's see what we can do in the movement phase. See whether or not we can actually do something to take the rest of these guys down. Right, so everything just shot into Nagash and we've done 3 wounds. 4? 4 wounds. Derthu did 1 with his D3. The Kurnoth Hunters did 1 with the D3. Both tendril staffs from the Tree Lord Ancients missed. And Alariel missed with her spear. And it was actually these guys that did 3 wounds. He's a tough cookie while he's got Mystic Shield on, but Lucy is going to charge the Tree Lord Ancient in and see if she can... Why? You're not? Oh, okay. 8 zombies were slain by Durthu as he sweeps his sword around. Alariel come charging in. The Wardroth Beetle tore apart all of these guys. But you still don't have to take Battle Shock, do you? No. That's stupid. No, that's Nagash. He, of course, killed the lone Retributor before we got to do anything. But best of all, he did 4 wounds to Nagash. Lucy got 2 wounds through, rolled a 7 on the 2d6 damage, and Sam passed a couple of his saves. In return, the natural -1 to hit, thanks to the Briar Sheath artifact, meant that Nagash only got 1 wound through on the Tree Lord Ancient.
Well, it's down 3 damage, isn't it?
3 damage, 1 wound, drops me to 9. Lads, if we do not get first turn here...
Do you want to wait until she comes back, or would you just go for it?
Go for it.
Yes! Come on! Don't do it. Don't do it, Sam. Don't do it, Sam. Don't do it. Yes! We're going first. Yes. Now I will wait for Lucy. Right, so there's lots and lots of spells gone off, and we're nearing the end, but this guy has just awakened this wood, and everybody is going to suffer D3 mortal wounds that is within 3. So the skellies first, Lucy. For 3.
Oh,
how many die? 3 skellies. That guy is not within 3, unfortunately. He's got 1 wound left.
He's rocking it.
Arkan, D3. For 1.
Oh, he's Archon off as well, is he?
Passes it, and then the Morghast. For 2. 2 on the Morghast. Them ones.
Oh, right, yeah. So 2 on the Morghast, they got 5 as well. So
yeah.
5's.
It's another wound. Yeah, that's 1 more wound. Then on the zombies. 1.
6. Nope.
And on Nagash on 2 wounds.
Oh god, I'm so scared.
1. 4 plus. And he does it. Then we've got, we've only got Mystic Shield left. And he's got the Dwellers Below, hasn't he?
Yes.
So the Dwellers Below on the Skellies on an 8.
On the stones, yeah.
No, pick a unit.
Oh, pick a unit within 10.
Yes. Every model within the unit roll a dice.
I would pick, well, no, I'd go to the zombies, because you pick every model in the unit. And on the roll of a 6, they take a mortal wound. Oh. So we'll definitely go for them. We'll work this one out.
So you've got it on an 8?
I got it on an 8, yes.
23 missing, so 47 in. No.
And that's because of Arkan's +2. But does... I did get it off, so these can pop on a 5.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
Not a
Skellies. For 2.
6s.
2 more Skellies die. Zombies, Lucy. 3.
6s. No.
Arkan.
How many zombies?
1.
6s. Yes.
Passes it. Morghast. 3.
5s. And 6s. Oh, re-rolling 1s there. 6s as well.
Takes another wound. And Nagash. 3. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, yeah, drop die.
Come on.
He's got 1 left.
No, he's got 2. Oh, he takes 1. And it bounces back, but that's the trees that did it, so how does that work?
Well, he did cast that, didn't he?
He cast it.
Awaken the woods, so it...
No.
Oh, right, yeah.
You dispelled the spell, but that's still activated, so does...
That's just not...
It wouldn't bounce back to the trees, would it?
And then lastly, Mystic Shield, I think we need to put on him, Lucy.
Yeah.
Get it on a 6.
Who's that coming from?
This Branch Witch down here. So Nagash is stopping it, needing a 4. Oh, but there, it definitely stops it. So Nagash is left on 2 wounds. I don't think we've got any movement.
Yeah, or L'Oreal.
Do you want to pull Alariel back to here, or?
Yeah, and then bring them in.
You want to bring the Tree Revenants in as well? Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, let's get that done and then move into shooting. So Sam's sweating now. The Raptors have just scored 2 wounds. Lucy rolled that to wound, not to hit, unfortunately. He's got Mystic Shield, which means he's got a 4 save. Come on, Sam, feel it.
And then the 6s.
Oh, and it's 2 damage each.
Well, he's dead, isn't he?
You need 3. Well, unless you roll a Yahtzee.
3 6s basically I need. Ah, he's gone.
That's just made me smile and sent me pain away.
That's the 3rd time he's ever.
The 3rd time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam Goodwin, who does commissions for Tabletop Tactics. I'm very pleased to have met Lawrence. Have done. And he's doing some more very soon. But I can't tell you anything of what he's doing. I can't. So, yeah, we're going to do the rest of the shooting and see what we can actually get done. So I went to the toilet and I've come back and Lucy has like deleted the units over here and there's Morghast gone, there's a White King gone. What's his name? That guy. Archon the Black is on 6 wounds. And you've just informed me that you now have to take a lot of battle shocks. So maybe we could kill some skellies and some... his swords on 6 damage each. Oh.
I'm going to charge the ancient into the zombies.
Well, he's still got Percy here.
Oh yeah, he's in as well. Hunters into the skellies maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. That didn't go well. The skeletons are nearly gone. The zombies, Durthu chomped through 10 of them himself, and the general did nothing. Not a thing. But the guys have still got 4 Morghasts and Archon the Black left, and 20 skeletons, and 23 skeletons. A Black Knight on 1 wound, and what's that? 14 Graveguard.
Yeah, they're not to be trifled with.
And there's a guy there. There's a hero. So, yeah, Lucy tried to shoot him with the Tree Lord Ancient. So, it's all up to whether or not they can actually get through the Tree Lords. Because them Tree Lords have just relentlessly stood there, haven't they?
Yeah.
The zombies actually did another wound to Durthu.
Do all the healing, mate. Yeah.
Graveyard heals there.
Oh, no. Right, so these guys have a lot of zombies back, and the Graveguard are back up to full damage. Archon the Black has just cast Curse Through Years and set off Roused by Magic on these woods. So you're probably going to do more damage to yourself than us.
Well, your man, we're removing a model here.
Curse of Years on Durthu. 6s. Oh, you got 4!
Oh my god, this is it! This is it! That's 4 more wounds. Just keep it tally here.
Yep.
What's not a single 5 come out of this now?
1. That's 5 mortal wounds. 4s.
3s.
Oh, 2s. Yes! Which means even if he had 100 wounds, he is dead.
He's at Durthu.
Yep. Not bad, not bad. Well done, man. So the guys have done movement. They've shuffled around a bit. The Graveguard are coming for this Tree Lord Ancient, as are the Morghasts. And Archon the Black is coming this way for I don't know.
Well, we did have a plan.
You did have?
We did.
What happened to it?
We miscalculated.
How?
Okay, so we thought he had crazy movement, which meant we could have jumped over here, Curse of Year there, and nicked the meteorite. Unfortunately, we checked, his movement is terrible now because of how many wounds he's taken.
Oh.
So his movement...
Is that because Sam decided to stand still next to the trees as they basically went...
It might have had something to do with that. It might have. But at the end of it, it means we're stuck next to that warden now.
Yeah, let's see what happens then. So, combat phase. Herald has killed a couple of them. That guy has killed 1 Morghast with the Impaling Talon. And down here, this guy only did 3 damage. They did 9 wounds to the Tree Lord. Sam got 4 wounds through, and Lucy only passed 1 save.
4 double damage and then 6 at normal damage, -1.
Right, so Luke and Sam have just attacked with a Graveguard. Is this the double damage saves, Lucy? 4 saves. Reroll the 1s. Yes! And then we've got 6 saves of a 3-up reroll and 1s. What? 2 2s! Oh, he's on 1 wound.
You're kidding me.
Nah. Oh my word. And I think, is that turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle shock.
Battle shock, zombies are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39, which means they're on 21, so they've got a bravery of 12, and they lost 9 this turn.
So 4, Nope, they're fine.
Skellies are on one, they're fine.
Yep, so it's all about this turn because there's the artifact. How are you then, Sam? He rolls up.
There you go.
We're going first.
Do you want to call it game there?
Should we?
I'm happy to
Because by the time we've done the spells and shooting, that was awesome, and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. Lucy is here. She's just about had enough. Spells versus spells, man. At first, it was just like we couldn't get anything off. While Nagash was at +4, and then Lucy was just like, I'm going to shoot that corpse cart. So very good choice, Lucy. Shooting down the guy with the hourglass first.
Oh, the necromancer.
The necromancer with the hourglass. That was unreal.
Yeah, well, you live and you learn.
But wow, what a game. So just what would have happened in that last turn? Well, obviously, they probably would have died due to spells.
Our plan was every single thing we had dropping through the forest.
Yep. Back over here. If worst comes to worst, that's what we would have done.
We
But
had these 3 up here to jump down, we had these 10 to run forward.
yeah. And we still got a lot of damage output, obviously, all the spells going off damage and everything within range of this. All the mortal wounds from that. We've got the Kernoths, we've got them, 2 tendrils, her spear, and Heraldor. If we blew up that piece of terrain as well.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, we would have done a lot of damage to these guys. We've been going for 7 hours, well, 6.5, but yeah.
Turn 1 and 2, it was basically nothing because every time we spelled, we were cancelling it out.
Yep.
It was just
Rolling for nothing, basically, but you still had to go through it.
Twice we wiped all those zombies and skeletons out, but they just kept bringing them back
Every turn.
Regeneration is nuts at the minute.
I'm glad we didn't play open play, to be fair.
Yeah, agreed. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very, very much for suggesting that we even do this game. It's been a pleasure being down. Finally getting Sam's Nagash on the channel, and of course playing against Luke again. And I had to touch glittery Sylvaneth.
First time we played together as well.
Ever?
Ever? We've never played together before.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing against you, but we have very different opinions over tactics. So I think it might be a while before you see this again.